Hello, I just thought I would share this experience that I've just had in changing a fork seal yet again. I did this a couple of years ago. It was on one of my previous videos, but I had a little weep through the summer on the right hand side, so I got a seal and I thought, well, it's not been too bad. So in all honesty, I've left it, but I'm in the process of getting ready to sell the bike and didn't want to well, sell it knowingly with a potential dicky oil seal. But anyway, the issue that I've had, if you can remember from a previous video, this piece here slides down inside the fork leg, and then the fork leg and this assembly goes into the slider, and then the whole assembly is held together by the big bolt that goes into the bottom. So, and it says in the manual to use a 3-bond 1342, I believe it is, and the equivalent to that is a Loctite 243. So I put Loctite 243 on this when I assemble it up, as well as the copper washer that's on the bottom, and you torque it up to 45 Newton meters. So when I came to trying to get this off on Saturday afternoon, obviously long Allen key into there, undo bolt, but the whole assembly, this was turning inside. So obviously that bolt sits in there, and I assume because it's got the thread lock on it, the whole assembly is then turning, and I couldn't get it undone. There's nothing to get hold of. There's no way. This is buried down inside of the fork tube itself. So at the time I thought, I didn't really know what to do, so I went away and had a think about it, and I thought initially about trying to make up some form of almost like a spearhead that you could ram into this hole here just to hold it, to get it undone. I didn't know what this was made out of. It turns out that it's made of a steel, so in all honesty, trying to make something that would dig into that sufficiently to hold it, I think would have been the wrong move. So after a little bit of consideration through Saturday evening, I decided to make up an expanding tool. So what I came up with is this tool here. So if you can see, at the end I've got a tapered plug. This section here is obviously got a tapered bore on the inside corresponding to this plug on the end, and then I've slit both sides of the mandrel so that when you tighten up at this end, it pulls the plug into the bottom, and that then fits into there. Tighten it up, and it allows you to hold this end with a spanner, 24mm spanner in this case. Happy to say that it worked. Now, I am fortunate that I've got the facilities to make this sort of tool up. It's a one-off tool, don't think I'll ever use it again, but just in case you ever find yourself in a situation where you're trying to get the bolt out the bottom of the plug, out the bottom of the slider, that's potentially what's going on. If it won't, it was turning, but it just would not release and come undone. So I don't really know, without this, how else I could have got it done. A friend suggested getting a brush shaft and ramming it in. Well, I did consider something like that, a tapered plunger or something to drive into there, but again I had to tighten this tool up quite excessively to get this to grip onto there. So without something of that strength, I'm not quite sure what you would use. But I just thought I would share that with you, because if you are ever doing this job and you have the same problem that I had, at least you will have some understanding of what's going on and what a possible solution for it. This is 22.5mm diameter here, and I made this about 60mm long. That's fairly critical, because it needs to be a nice snug fit inside of this bore here to work. So just thought I'd share that with you. Hope that you never actually experience that issue, but just in case you do, it might give you some pointer of a way forward. So thank you for watching. If you want to leave a comment, please do, and I'll catch you in the future.